Good morning. Frankie, say good morning. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi. What? Good morning. If you don't have a dog, I hope you get a little smile off of Frankie. They can be one of God's greatest gifts to mankind on the planet. Dogs. God spelled backwards. Well, it was a 2-year anniversary of my Lucky passing away. No, not 2-year anniversary. It would be 3-year anniversary. Losing track of time because I've had them just short of, because I decided I wasn't going to live without a dog again. How about you? Or unless you're some other kind of pet person. Can you imagine living your life without one? I traveled and worked so much for years. That was my excuse for not having one. And it was a good excuse, good reason. I suppose there's a difference between excuse and reason. That was something that when I first started turning my life around to be a more adult instead of quite so self-centered, was finding out as I wiggled into things or out of things, whether they're repercussions or rewards, I started asking myself, am I making an excuse or am I giving a reason? I know it's a subtle difference, but there is a difference. Oh goodness. So are you standing out of this cold front? Wow. So cold. I thought I would watch a little news since I think it's been a good couple months since I quit watching the news at all. I mean, I've always tried to watch it minimally, except during COVID. During COVID, I got sucked into it. It was so hard to withdraw. It took me a while to really stick to my guns because it just got to be such a habit. But I watched it for such few moments because nothing changed. It's just some more heartbreak and more death, more murder. And so sad and heartbreaking, and none of them have to do with me. There's nothing I can do for those people. There's nothing I can do. I wish there were. I pray and pray and pray. And I'll speak up against domestic violence or political violence. Let people know I don't approve of it, but I'm not going to stick my nose in the sand. But I know at the end of the day, me getting all worked up isn't going to help anyone. I'm a grown woman. I have other things to do. And it's hard to say that. There are people who would rather lose their minds, even on a daily basis, or every time they're in a conversation with someone that doesn't agree with them, and break down yelling or crying or pleading or demanding. And it's too bad because it's just so unnecessary. But I say spend your energy where you can. Heck, I don't do that But if I wake up on the wrong side of the bed, I complain about the people who do. So who's better, right? I think one of the things that happens when we start thinking about our mental health is recognizing that it takes a lot of energy to worry about things, to fret about things, to complain about things. It takes energy. Got a little t-shirt under there. I don't like wearing loose, especially loose clothing without some kind of undershirt. I should have made it match better, but what are you going to do? Okay, where was I? I think that's a good question. Where are we spending our energy today? It is a very good question. Where are we spending our energy today? Well, I can tell you, oh my gosh. My energy is not going to be spent on useless arguing. Not today. Not today. I had a weirdly enjoyable long weekend. Weirdly enjoyable because usually I've been doing so much organizing around the house and house repairs, and so I've learned not to try to do too much at once. Try not to have too many people coming and going at once, so I can keep an eye on it, stay calm, and not get harried. So that was good. So it turns out that the bathroom people that I was complaining so much about went, all that energy I put out into the world, oof, negative. Turns out I had a new air conditioning ducts, the whole ducts, the crawl space lined, encapsulated, a new HVAC system, the whole works. Oh, I really wanted to do that. Got rid of the mold as far as I know. So they came to look at, to help prevent mold as well. I want to put in vents in the bathrooms. Turns out my vent is going outside. It just, the fan just isn't sucking it through, so I need a new fan. And the other one, the construction people who remodeled that bathroom after the leak, because the other construction people didn't do the pan of the shower right. I didn't hire a professional company that I could call and complain to. It was a friend of a friend who did a beautiful job. He just got lazy, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, they sealed up the vent in that bathroom. Sealed up the vent. And they said it's cheaper to put another one in, and they should put it in the floor so that the new duct system works well. I'm speechless. I am speechless. And to tell you the truth, it's weird. I'm not shocked. So there's no reason to overreact. I mean, I'm not sure what else could go wrong in that bathroom. I don't know what else could go wrong in that bathroom. But I can tell you, the first couple things that went wrong in the bathroom, I was pretty upset about because of what terrible workers they were. Terrible organization, the whole thing, right? I was just so mad and so upset and so tired. But now it's like, well, how much more is this going to cost me? You believe how much getting that bathroom done has cost me? I could put a little addition onto my house. One that I wanted. Not a bathroom I don't even use. Ugh. Sad, sad news out there, people. That's why it's important to protect ourselves. Protect, protect, protect. And I'm not going to beat myself up or assault my energy and my emotions with bad news in my own home, right? So I can stay away from the news. I can keep an eye on my own thinking process. I'm tired of being upset about those people. I'm just lucky I have the money to do this without having to deal with them. I think. Or I'll call my insurance company again and see what happens. If it's going to cost very much, we might have them do it. I don't know. I know I didn't want them helping with the mold removal, which would have cost quite a bit, but I suppose it would have cost them quite a bit. But I didn't use them. But the insurance company gave me $2,500 for a little help. For there's actually mold remediation in there, or water. I don't know what. I think that's what it was called. So always check your insurance. Always check your insurance. And always put on a little lipstick. Makes us feel better. I like this lipstick. What's it called? Heather Shimmer. It's a little orange in my eyes, but it has a pleasant enough taste. Some don't have taste. And it feels good on my lips. It feels good. It's so funny. I don't like it when people fight and fuss at each other. And then sometimes I will like fight and fuss internally. And I wouldn't want someone doing that to me, right? So that's sort of my goal today. Thinking about these house repairs that I keep doing. I really thought a small home like this was going to be so affordable and so easy. And it's been one expense after another. And I want to spend my money on building a garden room. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Well, I added a little bit of something. A little bit of body instead of so flat. Yeah, I put a little too much hair oil on it, I guess. When I was trying to get rid of the frizzies. It's so dry, I can't hold the curl very well. So, all right. I'm just checking in. If you want to drop a little message, that would be great. Also, if you are going to make sort of a resolution, you don't have to make a New Year's resolution, but maybe a daily resolution or an hourly. Make an hour. For 1 hour, I am not going to think negative. I'm going to think about accomplishments. Instead of thinking negative about the bathroom, what can I accomplish to help this move along? Ha. All right, there we go. People, places, and things. All right. Mwah. Bye for now.